way enterprises are using AI today is risky. As OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said, people have a very high degree of trust in ChatGPT, which is interesting because AI hallucinates. It should be the tech that you don't trust that much. The model will confidently state things as if they were facts that are entirely made up. And yet many companies are connecting their software products into large language models from OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and others. That may be fine for a recommendation system, for example. If a retailer suggests a product that's off the mark because the LLM it's tapping into happens to hallucinate, no big deal. Those are low-stakes scenarios. But high-stakes decisions are a different beast. Consider a pharmaceutical company with drug candidates in various stages of development, deciding which ones to continue, delay, or terminate, or a large-scale construction firm deciding which of dozens of requests for proposal it receives every day to bid on, or a global contract engineering company deciding how many staff to allocate to a complex project. These are high-stakes decisions because millions of dollars or even billions hang in the balance. That's what makes relying on AI for these use cases so risky. The major LLMs have some basic safeguards, for example against bias and jailbreaking, but they don't have reliable safeguards against hallucinations and inconsistencies. And recent research has uncovered that AI's ability to reason collapses when faced with the high complexity that's common in enterprise decision-making, and no LLM provider offers safeguards against that. Companies have tried fine-tuning, transfer learning, custom language models, output validation against a knowledge graph, and more. But none of these techniques solve the problem, and they're slow and expensive. The technology AllmaGen has developed overcomes the problem by instead taking a hybrid approach, a deterministic framework that can be overlaid on any LLM and embedded in solutions designed using pre-built strategy templates for specific industries and functions. AllmaGen decomposes complex tasks into fine-grained steps, constraining reasoning and memory to prevent the system from going off the rails. Then, it doesn't just trust the response from an LLM. Instead, it analyzes the risks, modeling and quantifying them. If the response is too risky, AllmaGen either reroutes execution to predefined mitigation steps or stops and explains why. That explainability is difficult and rare in AI. Finally, AllmaGen generates explanations and justifications for its recommendations and actions in the form of documents, data charts, and logs so that they can be reviewed and audited. And that's where AI's biggest opportunity lies: decision-making, not automation for efficiency. Boosting efficiency doesn't matter if you're steering the business in the wrong direction. It's like taking a plane from Paris to Amsterdam instead of driving, because flying is faster, but then realizing you made the wrong decision and should have flown to Milan instead. Once you've used AllmaGen to boost the quality of your decision-making, it helps with automation too, specifically with executing those decisions. In other words, with advancing not just from data to insights, but then from insights to actions. Let's consider a contract engineering firm as an example. AllmaGen has identified delays in completing a cryptography software module, so it recommends 3 corrective steps here. But it doesn't just leave it at that. It offers to act on them too. You can just select a recommended step and AllmaGen takes care of it. In this case, increasing the priority of the critical issues it identified. And then you can select another recommended step, reassigning a specific developer to the project that's behind schedule, and AllmaGen executes that too. What this illustrates is that instead of making decisions in one silo, such as a business intelligence tool, and then having to manually act on those decisions inside a separate silo, like an ERP or CRM system, AllmaGen orchestrates the end-to-end process, from data to insights to action. So there are 2 major benefits you get from the way AllmaGen harnesses AI. First, far higher quality in your high-stakes decision-making, but without the risks inherent in LLMs. Second, automated execution of those decisions while keeping humans in the loop, supervising, authorizing, and monitoring with a solid audit trail. To learn more, take a look at AllmaGen's white paper and get in touch via the website. Thanks.